Hey there, wonderful folks. Have you ever settled down for the evening, maybe watching your favorite show or sipping a cup of tea, only to find you're tossing and turning it all night or feeling sluggish the next day? If you're over 60, those evening routines might be doing more harm than you think. As we age, the choices we make in the hours before bed can have a big impact on our health, energy, and even how long we live. The good news is, by avoiding a few common mistakes, you can set yourself up for restful nights, vibrant mornings, and a longer, healthier life. I'm so excited to share some practical tips with you today to help you make the most of your evenings. In this video, we're going to talk about 6 evening mistakes that many seniors make without realizing it. And I'll show you simple ways to sidestep them. These aren't complicated changes, just small tweaks to your routine that can make a world of difference, whether you're winding down after a busy day or just relaxing at home. Stick with me, because these tips are going to help you feel better than ever. Let's dive into the first mistake. And trust me, this one might surprise you. The first mistake is eating a heavy meal too late in the evening. I get it. Sometimes dinner gets pushed back, or you're craving a big plate of comfort food after a long day. But eating a heavy meal, especially one full of rich or fatty foods, within 2 or 3 hours of bedtime can really mess with your body. As we age, our digestion slows down a bit, and lying down soon after a big meal can lead to heartburn, indigestion, or even disrupt your sleep. Poor sleep, in turn, can affect your heart health, mood, and energy levels. Studies show that eating late can also mess with your blood sugar and increase the risk of weight gain, which can strain your body over time. Let me tell you about my friend Clara, who's 68. She used to love her late-night pasta dinners, but she'd wake up feeling bloated and tired. Her doctor suggested eating dinner earlier, around 6 p.m., and keeping it light. So Clara started having a smaller meal, like grilled chicken with steamed veggies or a bowl of soup with a slice of whole grain bread. If she got peckish later, she'd have a light snack, like a banana or a handful of almonds, at least an hour before bed. Within a few weeks, she was sleeping better, and her morning energy was back. You can try this. 2. Aim to finish dinner 2 to 3 hours before bedtime, and focus on lighter, nutrient-rich foods. If you're used to late meals, shift your dinner time gradually, maybe 15 minutes earlier each week. Your body will thank you, and you'll wake up feeling refreshed. Now that we've covered eating lighter and earlier, let's talk about the second mistake, spending too much time in front of screens before bed. Whether it's watching TV, scrolling on your phone, or checking emails on a tablet, those glowing screens can trick your brain into thinking it's still daytime. The blue light from devices suppresses melatonin, the hormone that helps you fall asleep. As we get older, our sleep cycles are already more fragile, so this can make it harder to drift off or stay asleep. Poor sleep doesn't just leave you groggy, it's linked to higher stress levels, weaker immunity, and even a shorter lifespan. My neighbor George, who's 70, was a night owl who loved binge watching his favorite shows until midnight. But he noticed he was waking up tired and cranky. He started a new habit. An hour before bed, he'd turn off all screens and read a book or listen to soft music instead. At first, it felt strange, but soon he was falling asleep faster and feeling sharper in the morning. You can ease into this. 2. Try setting a screen curfew about an hour before bed. If you love your shows, record them to watch earlier in the evening. Swap screen time for something relaxing, like reading, journaling, or even chatting with a loved one. If you need to use a device, try blue light blocking glasses or a screen filter. This small change can make your nights so much more restful. Now that we've tackled late meals and screen time, let's move on to the next part of our evening routine, where we'll explore more mistakes to avoid and how to set yourself up for a longer, healthier life. All right, we're off to a great start with avoiding heavy late meals and cutting back on screen time. These changes can really pave the way for better sleep and more energy. But there are a few more evening habits that could be holding you back. So let's keep going with the third mistake, drinking caffeine or alcohol too close to bedtime. I know, that afternoon coffee or evening glass of wine can feel like a treat, but both can wreak havoc on your sleep and health. Caffeine, even from a late afternoon cup, can stay in your system for hours, making it harder to fall asleep. Alcohol might make you feel drowsy at first, but it disrupts your deep sleep, leaving you less rested. As we age, our bodies process these substances more slowly, so their effects linger longer. Take my friend Ed. who's 66. He loved his after-dinner coffee, but he'd lie awake for hours at night. When he switched to decaf after 2 and saved his wine for earlier in the evening, he noticed a big difference. He started sipping herbal tea, like chamomile, at night instead, and now he sleeps like a log. You can try this. 2. If you love coffee, stick to 1 or 2 cups in the morning and switch to decaf or water later in the day. If you enjoy a drink, have it with dinner rather than as a nightcap, and keep it moderate. 1 glass is usually fine. Try a soothing tea or warm milk before bed to wind down. These swaps can help you sleep deeper and wake up feeling ready for the day. Now, let's talk about the 4th mistake, skipping a relaxing bedtime routine. As we get older, our bodies crave consistency, especially when it comes to sleep. Without a calming routine, your brain might stay wired, making it harder to drift off. A good routine signals to your body that it's time to rest, and it can also lower stress, which is so important for your heart and overall health. Plus, it's a chance to pamper yourself a little, something we all deserve. My cousin Betty, who's 69, used to flop into bed after a busy evening, but she'd toss and turn, thinking about her to-do list. Then she started a simple routine. She'd take a warm bath, do some gentle stretches, and read a few pages of a novel. She also keeps her bedroom cool and dark, which helps her relax. Now, she falls asleep faster and feels more rested. You can create your own routine. 2. Start with something small, like 5 minutes of deep breathing or listening to soft music. Maybe try a short meditation or write down 3 things you're grateful for. It's a great way to end the day on a positive note. Keep your routine consistent, even if it's just 10 minutes, and you'll notice your body starts to crave that wind down time. Speaking of winding down, let's move on to the 5th mistake, ignoring evening stress or worries. Life after 60 can come with its share of concerns. Maybe it's health, family, or finances. If you carry those worries into the evening, they can keep you awake and raise your stress hormones, which isn't great for your heart or longevity. Managing stress before bed can help you sleep better and feel more at peace, which is like a gift to your body and mind. My friend Margaret, who's 67, used to lie awake worrying about her grandkids or her doctor's appointments. Then she started a little evening habit. She'd write down her worries in a notebook, along with 1 small step she could take the next day, like calling her doctor or texting her grandkids. Then she'd close the notebook and tell herself, that's for tomorrow. She also started doing a short gratitude practice, jotting down 1 thing that made her smile that day. Now, she sleeps better and feels lighter. You can try this. 2. If worries creep in, write them down or talk them over with a friend earlier in the evening. Try a calming activity, like knitting or listening to a podcast, to shift your focus. If stress is a big issue, a quick chat with a counselor or doctor might offer extra tools. This habit can make your evenings feel like a sanctuary. Now, we're almost there. But there's one more mistake to cover: exercising too intensely in the evening. Staying active is fantastic for your health, but doing a vigorous workout right before bed can rev up your body and make it harder to sleep. As we age, our bodies need more time to wind down after physical activity, and poor sleep can undo all the good that exercise does for your heart and energy. My neighbor Tom, who's 71, used to go for a brisk evening jog because it was the only time he could fit it in. But he'd be wide awake at bedtime. His trainer suggested moving his jog to the morning or early afternoon and doing lighter activities, like stretching or a slow walk. In the evening, Tom started doing a 10-minute yoga routine before bed, and now he sleeps like a baby. You can do this. 2. If you love evening exercise, keep it gentle. Think Tai Chi, stretching, or a leisurely stroll. Save your brisk walks or strength training for earlier in the day. If you're not sure what's best, listen to your body. If you're wired after a workout, it's probably too close to bedtime. This tweak can help you stay active and still get great rest. So, we've covered 6 evening mistakes: eating heavy meals late, too much screen time, caffeine or alcohol before bed, skipping a bedtime routine, letting stress take over, and intense evening exercise. Each one might seem small, but together, they can make a big difference in how you feel and how long you thrive. Imagine an evening where you enjoy a light dinner, swap your phone for a book, sip a calming tea, and ease into a relaxing routine. You drift off easily, sleep deeply, and wake up ready to embrace the day. That's the power of these changes. Before we wrap up, I want to remind you that you don't have to change everything at once. Pick one mistake to tackle this week. Maybe it's eating dinner earlier, or turning off your phone an hour before bed. My friend Susan, who's 65, started with just one change. She moved her coffee to the morning. Now, she's added a bedtime routine and feels like she's got more energy than she's had in years. You can do this. 2. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's one evening habit you're ready to tweak? Or maybe one you're already doing that makes you feel great. Share your story, because we're all in this together. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more tips on living your best life. Your support means the world, and it helps us reach more amazing people like you. Let's keep the conversation going. And remember, small changes in your evenings can lead to big rewards for your health and happiness. Here's to thriving at every age. See you in the next video.